Good afternoon. My name is Jean Reynolds, and I have the wonderful, wonderful privilege of supervising performing arts for Pinellas County Schools, and you're in for a treat this afternoon. We are delighted to be here in this absolutely magnificent hall, and I know as our parents and families realized, we just realized a week ago we would not be in the venue we had planned. And I'd be remiss if I didn't thank our wonderful partners at the Florida Orchestra, who have an event this evening, and I called them and said, oh, is there something we can work out? And sure enough, they said yes. And I owe a huge debt of gratitude to the folks here at the Mahaffey Theater and the extraordinary staff at this facility who've just made this afternoon magical for our students. Could we give them a hand? And this afternoon wouldn't happen without two incredible folks who are our co-chairs for this event, and that's Janae Robinson and Tammy Folstead, who've worked very hard over the past few months. Just about 1 month ago on this very stage, we honored all teachers throughout the district at our Teacher of the Year celebration. And one teacher was named Teacher of the Year. We honor all of our teachers. I happen to think music teachers are the most extraordinary folks on the planet, because they are. And we named one music teacher we named the music teacher as the Teacher of the Year for the entire district. So we were very proud that it was one of our teachers to honor the whole school district for the year. And at this time, I'm going to ask him to come out and lead all of us in the singing of our Star-Spangled Banner. So if you'd welcome to the stage David Martinez Cooley, and he'll be accompanied by LaToya McCormick. Thank you, Mr. Martinez Cooley. We are so blessed to have great teachers in Pinellas County. And it goes without saying that great music programs would not exist without the tremendous support of school board members, an exceptional superintendent, and great district administrators and school administrators. And I know in support of their great principals in the house tonight and assistant principals at school sites that ensure arts education is thriving in our schools. At this concert, we have many of those principals and assistant principals, and I would like to ask all of them at this time if they would please stand so we could recognize them. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. If you've not done this already, please take a moment to silence all cell phones. You really won't want to miss one note. My other bit of advice is to watch real carefully that the conductor's arms come all the way down so that you don't want to miss one note. And the concert is being recorded by our colleagues in Strategic Communications, and it will be uploaded to our YouTube channel so your friends all over the country can watch the concert. The URL address, I think, is listed in your program, and it's always on our website. It will also be aired on WPDS-TV. You're in for a great concert. And please help me welcome to the stage our wonderful President Pamela Richardson, and she will offer introduction and welcome and also introduce our great celebrity MC for the afternoon. Ms. Richardson?
Thank you for joining us as we celebrate some of Pinellas County's finest fifth grade instrumentalists and vocalists. The study of music is foundational for a complete education and it provides a competitive edge for our students. Formal music instruction develops students' critical thinking, creativity, problem-solving skills, and promotes an understanding of history and global culture. It engages students in individual and collaborative learning for the production of performance of music, which then translates to the rest of their education. Thank you for your strong support of the arts and arts education. You actively demonstrate your belief in the importance of arts by continuing to vote for the Pinellas County Schools referendum. The referendum funding supports music programs in our schools and has enabled us to rebuild our orchestra programs, create strong technology programs, and also to purchase needed musical instruments and equipment. All of the Orff and drum instruments that you see on stage were purchased with these funds. Now, one of the traditions for our elementary honors concert is to invite a local celebrity to host the program. Erica Riggins had a very important prior engagement that made her unavailable to be with us today. But it's my great pleasure to introduce Mr. Chuck Henson, the award-winning morning traffic expert on Spectrum Bay News 9 and the voice of Bands of America. Mr. Henson was most recently inducted into the Hall of Fame for Music for All in 2012. I should also note that he was first a choral major and then switched over to journalism. He is also an alumnus of Boone County High School Band and Madison Scouts Drum and Bugle Corps. And in approximately 2 weeks, this busy man will be in Indianapolis, Indiana, emceeing the National Concert Band Festival and doing a fantastic job there with that festival as well. So I want to use this quote. This frames his beliefs about the power of music. And he states, "I believe who I am today is a direct result of my involvement in music and music education." Please welcome Mr. Henson to the stage.
Oh, so sweet. Thank you very much. Oh, my gosh. Wow. I am not Erica Riggins. Erica sends her very best, and she really wishes she could be here. And thank you so much for that wonderful introduction. I want to say to all of the students that perform on the stage to have a good time. We are you. We were you when we were your age, and we know how you feel right now and how excited you must be. And to all the moms and dads and grandmas and grandpas and brothers and sisters and family members that are here today, thank you. Thank you for the support you give to your student to make music education part of their everyday life. All right, let's get started. We begin our concert with the World Drumming Ensemble under the direction of Mrs. Elizabeth Rook. Mrs. Rook is an accomplished elementary music teacher, and we are proud that she's one of our very own, teaching at Perkins Elementary, and also a proud graduate of Pinellas County Schools. I'm sure you've read her many accolades in the program, including being a finalist for Pinellas County Teacher of the Year, as well as Elementary Music Teacher of the Year. She is passionate about world drumming and its ability to transform students' lives and build community through ensemble drumming, singing, moving, and playing various instruments. Students develop focus, listening skills, teamwork, patience, and respect while having the best time anyone can have in school. The drumming ensemble begins with an Old English nursery rhyme. It was written in the 1600s, and it's called Awake, Arise. You're going to love this. The nursery rhyme was an example of an oxymoronic poem. Now, an oxymoron is a figure of speech that combines two seemingly contradictory or opposite ideas to create a certain poetic effect and reveal a deeper truth. Listen to the lyrics. Awake, arise, pull out your eyes, and hear what time of day. And when you're done, pull out your tongue and see what you can say. Well, the words of this poem have a very interesting rhythmic pattern and lends itself to the drums. I want you to listen to the performance, Awake, Arise, and see if you can hear the words within the other complementary rhythms performed by the World Drumming Ensemble. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Mrs. Elizabeth Rook and our 2020 All-County Elementary World Drumming Ensemble. We continue our program with the Orff Ensemble. Karl Orff, a German composer, educator, and founder of the Orff Schulwerk method, designed a variety of instruments that all children could play and takes us on a learn-by-doing approach. The music learned in the classroom is based on the children's own heritage in combination with simple folk and composed music. Our schools in the United States are richly diverse, and the Orff philosophy embraces the folk music of all cultures. Orff Schulwerk, along with improvisation and composition, places students on the path to develop a lifetime of knowledge and appreciation through a personal musical experience. The conductor for this year's Orff Ensemble is Stephen Ross. Mr. Ross was born and raised in Northeast England, where he earned his music degree from Leeds College of Music. After a unique start to his music career, and you'll want to be sure to read the rest of his bio in your program book, he taught general education to elementary students in England and then moved to the United States, where he's taught in Pinellas County for 13 years. Mr. Ross currently teaches at Brooker Creek Elementary. The Honors Orff Ensemble will begin their program with a piece entitled Roar by Katy Perry. This Orff arrangement was written by Mary Shea. Now, the piece, in which the students celebrate being a champion, the students play sets of patterns they've memorized and pushed past the breaking point to learn. They're excited to own this piece because it's a pop favorite, of course. Picking yourself up and dusting yourself off is a life lesson that we apply through music, and the students didn't let this piece knock them down. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Ross and the 2020 All-County Orff Ensemble. This is fun, right? What you see and hear at an all-county concert is, of course, the end product. What you don't see is all the preparation that goes into this final concert. Let's take a look behind the scenes at our very hardworking students and teachers in rehearsal preparing for event day.
An event like Elementary All-County is a great opportunity for students to be able to show their talents, not only to their family, but community members and others that choose to come out and celebrate our students.
It's very exciting because I get to learn more about drumming.
The best part about this choir is meeting new people.
It's always quite a process for us going through the first rehearsals and getting up to the actual performance. But when we actually get to see the kids on stage, and it's just the energy in the room just kind of draws everybody in, including the kids, and they come out of it on the other side just excited and happy and so glad that they've done it.
Well, I never thought I would have the opportunity to be able to be in one, and I used to always be scared of being on stage, but I thought this would be a good way of getting over my fears.
From this experience, I hope that our students gain a greater love for music, and that when they matriculate on to middle school and high school, they'll be able to continue on.
It is a pleasure to introduce the following two educators. Our honors chorus director this year is Miss Kyla Bailey. Ms. Bailey holds a degree from the University of Arkansas in music education and is a music educator at Turner Bartles K-8 school in Tampa. Ms. Bailey has conducted various ensembles throughout her career, including chorus, Orff world drumming, and guitar, with many of her ensembles appearing at district festivals and events. At Turner Bartles K-8, she conducts the elementary intermediate chorus, Bengal Singers, and a world drumming ensemble, Bengal Beat. Ms. Bailey is also very active in the county, serving on the Hillsborough County Elementary Music Educators Council for the past 7 years and frequently presenting professional development courses for her elementary music colleagues. She's conducted as part of the Hillsborough County Fine Arts Festival in 2011, 2013, and 2018. This past year, Ms. Bailey was invited to conduct the all-county choruses for the Manatee and Pasco counties. In addition, Ms. Bailey has been the conductor of the Lumina Aurora and Lumina Prima with the Lumina Youth Choirs in Tampa since 2014. Under her direction, Lumina Aurora has performed for many events in Tampa Bay, most recently appearing on stage at Amalie Arena with Mr. Barry Manilow last December. Ms. Bailey is also an accomplished soprano, having performed as a guest soloist with the Tampa Bay Symphonic Winds for the past 3 seasons. Accompanying the chorus today is Miss LaToya McCormick. Ms. McCormick earned her Bachelor of Music Education degree from Florida Southern College and her Master's of Arts in Music Education from the University of South Florida. She's currently a choral teacher and music theater teacher at Meadow Lawn Middle School. The chorus's first selection is a joyous proclamation, Cantate Hodie. It's Latin, when translated means sing today. The unique challenges in this piece give students an opportunity to explore dynamic and rhythmic contrast. The composer brings powerful text and a beautiful melody together to say, lift your voices in a jubilant song. This will be followed by Al Shosha, a lyrical setting taken from the Jewish text, Pirkei Ava. The chorus sings the entire piece in unison before breaking into 2 parts and joining together in beautiful harmony. One can imagine voices of faith from all over the world joining together in a glorious movement. The translation means, the world is sustained by 3 things: by truth, justice, and by peace. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in welcoming Ms. Bailey and the 2020 Pinellas All-County Honors Choir.
Cantate,
We continue with the All-County Drummers playing Drum, Play the Drum. This is a piece which challenges the skills of this year's drum ensemble. The letters DRUM in this piece stands for discipline, respect, and unity through music. This year's 2020 World Drumming Ensemble is comprised of 22 students from 19 schools in Pinellas County. These talented students learned very quickly to work as a team and respect each other through music. Let's listen.
Before we begin our second piece for you, I just wanted to thank the parents of these wonderful children. You have raised such talented, kind, respectful kids. And I realized that the very first time that we met each other, we just instantly worked, as we said a few moments ago, as a team. I'm going to miss them very much. I've gotten to learn a little bit about their personalities, but they were always very open-minded how we were going to do our music and came up with thoughtful ways that we should develop the piece. I hope that all the children that are a part of the All-County Festival continue in music in middle school and high school and beyond. Thank you again for letting me work with your kids.
Next, our chorus will sing When I Close My Eyes. It was written with a single thought in mind. The composer stated that in his experiences and conversation with children from around the world, it seemed perfectly clear that in order for children to believe in themselves, it must come from within. When I close my eyes, then I can see, and I'm not afraid. This will be followed by We Are the Young, with beautiful text saying, we are the young, the children of the world. We hold tomorrow in our hands. Now, this piece could almost be an anthem for the young musicians on the stage this afternoon. The text calls on all of us to lead and guide the young into a better tomorrow. Teach us well, the refrain says, and we'll walk hand in hand in the light of the rising sun. We are the young.
Close my eyes, I'm alone.
Our Orff ensemble returns to play a piece by Brent Hall. It's titled Canon in Dorian, which is written in a more traditional Orff style. The students play a pattern that starts out together and then is traded out between the different instruments in the group. Now, this will be followed by our chorus singing Bonse Abba, a celebration of those who join together in song. Much like how we've gathered together this afternoon, the arranger of this piece witnessed the coming together of young musicians in Africa. During a teaching trip in 2009, he was taught this piece as a welcome song. What better way to show a united spirit than by the voices of young children from across this district uniting in song and celebration.
Good afternoon. First of all, I'd like to say thank you for allowing me the privilege to conduct the Orff ensemble. It's been a real pleasure working with these students, and from the very beginning we've worked on relaxing and listening to each other, and that's been our real focus and key to success. Also, I think 2020 is turning out to be quite a memorable year, especially for me being able to conduct in a leap year, and that doesn't happen often. I've got one tip, and this tip goes to all the students on the stage. As musicians, we often like to find and get advice from those great musicians. And one of those musicians said to me one time, say yes. If someone asks you to perform, say yes. Amazing opportunities can come through working with musicians. And I'll leave you with the very famous words of an excellent musician that was called Albert Einstein. He took his violin everywhere, and he said, I see my life in terms of music.
We continue now with a collaboration entitled Heavy Roller. Heavy Roller is a piece that combines the Orff and drumming ensembles. The students in the Orff ensemble have a melody pattern that is exciting and uplifting. The middle section features the students playing a pattern where the bass player becomes the leader. The students even break down their patterns and trade them with one another with the driving beat of the drum ensemble to hold it all together. Here is Heavy Roller.
Before our students get ready to perform their finale, I just would have to take a moment to thank again our incredible teachers. They are so hardworking. They are just the best people on the planet. And I know they won't want me to do this, but if I could have the teachers in the audience or just wave wherever they are in the house for just a minute, I would love to thank you. There they are back there. And they were so capably led by, as I mentioned earlier, by our coordinators, Janae Robinson and Tammy Folstead. It's almost a full-time job. As our president shared with you, none of this would be possible without the referendum. And that's a great thanks to you. And of course, we couldn't even be here this afternoon without that wonderful funding. So just thanks to the whole community. We really are very, very, very blessed to be in this district. As we come to the end of the program, I thank you as parents, and thanks for getting the kids to rehearsals. I know how difficult that can be. but it's a great investment. I don't know if you realize, but the longer your students stay involved in music, the better they do on all measures. Let me just say that again, all measures. And that is a great reason to encourage your students to continue in middle school, where they'd have an opportunity to choose from many electives such as chorus, band, orchestra, guitar, keyboard, and many other courses. So please be informed, and if I can help you any way, just please give us a call, and we'd be happy to keep your students involved for their entire career in Pinellas County Schools. I am so grateful for Chuck Henson for serving as our spectacular MC this afternoon, and at this time, I'd like to invite him back to the stage to introduce our finale.
Great, isn't it? Great to see you.
Thank you so much for including me today. This has been absolutely fantastic. All right, we now bring together the sounds of all of our amazing performers in a collaborative arrangement of Ama Volo Volo. The text of this piece is a traditional Zulu dowry song that's played after the wedding, and everyone must dance at the reception to celebrate the marriage of the bride and groom. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy the finale piece, Ama Volo Volo.
Let me go to that one. Can everyone hear me now? Okay. I wanted to take a quick moment before we perform our final piece to thank you so much for letting me steal your children for 2 hours on Thursday evenings these last few weeks. It has been an absolute joy to work with your children, and it has been a joy to work with the music teachers in Pinellas County. I am from Hillsborough, so I was a guest through this experience, and it has just been an absolute pleasure and my honor to work with students and to work with these teachers. Thank you so much for the opportunity, and I hope that you enjoy what we have presented to you. These students are outstanding young musicians, and we know that we will continue to see great things from them as they move on to middle and high school as musicians in this district. Thank you so much for being here, and please enjoy our final piece.
and gentlemen, how about a thunderous round of applause for all of our students and their teachers who performed for you today?